Now I knew that this character now I knew that this character was coming. The question was, how was he going to be used and what they were going to do with him? Needless to say, with all the different things that they've given us, different kind of play styles, different kind of usage and techniques and things like that, this is one of the characters that I was really looking forward to seeing play out and see what kind of mechanics they were going to basically chuck at him. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this Shinsui breakdown. And I hope you guys are too, because I got a lot of things to talk about, and I'm hoping that they just didn't make him plain, when literally his character has so much that they can really work with and really bend a lot of their rules in regards to the things that they can do with him. So with that being said, you guys know what to do. Hit the follow, hit the like, hit the share. We are here. Let's go ahead and see exactly what Shinsui has, and to see what the next head captain brings to the table. Holla at your boy, Techneex, and Shinsui, take it away. Let's get it. So, capable of what? That's too fast. They should be going insanely fast. Alright, here we go. Mizukiri. Spin the body and attack with two swords. The number of attack depends on what. And then Bushogami. A wind tornado. It makes you get stuck. Okay. Interesting.
I'll be with you until your death.
Okay. I gotta read what it said down there, because I read the part that says child game starts playing. Interesting. I'm not gonna go ahead and make this video too long. I'm gonna slow it down now and basically get right into it. So that still, this is actually the first version of Shinsui, obviously. With the 1,000-Year Blood War wrapping up in the next few weeks, we should have basically a layout for the DLC characters that are going to be coming into this game. I believe, like I mentioned before, that this game's roster size is going to be not over the top, but at the same time, it's not going to be a super small roster. It's going to be a roster that definitely works to fit the bill as to like a fighting game per se. And you'll have enough that the story mode feels decent and all that good stuff. You're not going to get a fully extensive, full-blown story mode where every single character is going to be in there. That's virtually impossible if you're trying to get a balanced game like you're doing here. Because of that, we are here with, of course, Shinsui, who this version of Shinsui is more of like the version that fought Chad and the version that fought Yamamoto mixed in with like the version of like the final fight against the Arankars kind of thing. It is not the 1,000-Year Blood War Shinsui, who, of course, walks around with a patch, is the head captain of the 13 squad captains, and he has the Bankai release, which is a whole different other manner. I wanted to start that off with that before I honestly get into his particular movesets and breakdown, because I know a lot of you folks are going to feel disappointed. I know a lot of you guys are going to feel like, wow, this character is kind of meh compared to, I don't know, Kiratsushi or even Zalporo Grants, who has their own unique bars that work a way or another or somehow like that of the sort. DLCs for this game is where all of the newest version of these characters or the second version of these characters are going to really shine, and those are and that's when people are really going to be playing with the better version of these characters, or the ones that have technically the full kit. So let's start there before we even get it into the breakdown. Now let's go ahead and break this stuff down. Of course, it says he is the owner of the Katenkyo Kotsu. That is a mouthful. Captain of Squad 8, capable of dominating the battlefield, confusing the enemy with his unique moves and 2 toes. That's essentially his intro. Now we're going to go ahead and skip a little bit. Here are his signature move. His first signature move is called Mizukiri. Spin the body and attack with 2 swords. The number of attack increases by holding input for a long time to accumulate. So when you use this technique, it is essentially a charged move. And when you charge the move, he does a spin. The spin essentially can go from minimal damage, maybe 2-3 slices, 2-3 hit slices, all the way up to possibly more than likely between 8 and 12, depending on how long you're holding the button. Cool thing is that sometimes when they do these things, like if you reach the maximum top spin, the counter doesn't work the same way. So normally before you hit the maximum charge, you only get like an increase of maybe 2-3 hits. So it'll go 2, 5, 8, so on and so forth. And then like the maximum will give you like an additional 4 hits or something like that, like with the last top spin. The other thing could be is that this one goes 2, 5, 8, and then if you, for example, if you were to charge it and it's at full charge, then at full charge, then it'd be like a 30 hit combo, because he'll just full spin and it'll hit you that many more times based off maximum charge or you leading up to maximum charge and stuff. Now, the second move is called Busho Goma. Busho Goma, an attack that sends wind pressure to the opponent. In addition to compensating for Shinsui's lack of long-range attacks, it is also possible to attack while emitting wind pressure. So essentially, how this works is that this is technically his Hadouken, or his fireball, whichever way you want to call it, but it's not a long-range fireball. It does not reach across the stage. So when you do hit a character, it also gives you the benefit of you being able to move forward and trapping them in the whirlwind, and you being able to do another combo. So essentially, he has easy combo setups because of the fact that he lacks a full range fireball. That's good in the sense of what he works for and what he seems to be designed. This particular version of him seems to be designed. I think that this character is designed to do quick strikes, a lot of combos, and be very flashy. The part of him being stylish, being the most stylish captain of the squad guards, is being put into the forefront here. So I think that his particular specialty is essentially fucking you up by doing stylish combos. So the player base that are going to be playing with him are going to be doing some crazy shit and taking a lot of damage with a lot of mix-ups and a lot of, ups and downs, and figuring him out. When he's figured out, he's going to be taking a lot of damage, and you can see a lot of people losing their Kampaku bars, or losing a large amount of their Kampaku bars per se, just off one particular combo string from Shinsui. So I think that that's what that's going for. And because of that, then it leads into this move called No Need to Panic. Shinsui instantly moves to the front of the opponent and then rushes with 2 swords. This allows the player to close the gap and inflict damage instantly, making it easier to take advantage of opportunities when the opponent shows an opening. So essentially, if the opponent is spamming fireball across the screen, or they're trying to just move along, or they're just trying to move along and try not to get in close and play the zone, you can use this attack in order to go ahead, snap vanish in front of them and hit them, and then follow up with an attack. You know what else is cool with him? When you go ahead and you catch somebody with the fucking tornado, right? And then you use this technique and close the gap and start hitting off of them, and then follow me here, follow me here, follow me here, follow me here. You hit him with the tornado again to catch him again, and then you go into the special move, his first super move, which is the spinning blade while they're caught in the tornado, maximum charge. You got a really good combo right there really good, decent chunk of change getting knocked out of the opponent. I'm just saying. There's a lot to talk about here, but anyway, this is a move opener. This is a closer in the sense of closing the gap. It's really a good move to have in order to be able to play the zone with him and not have to worry about people just running away from you all the time if they see you. And then now here we have the final piece of the puzzle, which is of course his Shikai. So here it says, by releasing Shikai Katen Kyokotsu, a children's game begins which players compete against each other according to special rules. Depending on whether the player wins or loses a children's game, various buff and debuffs will be activated. Now, I am understanding what they're saying there, but let's be clear on how the mechanic works, because this is not explaining the mechanic at all. There is nothing in this video that is going to be able to explain how you play what children's game. This is going to be confusing, because what if the special game is just a random buff or a debuff? They could do it that way too. They could just be like, you go into Katen Kyokotsu and whatever game he calls can end up being a buff to you, a debuff to the other person, a debuff to you, or a buff to the other person based off the game that he calls. It could just be simple. Or it could be complicated where he goes into that mode, you don't know what game is going to be called, and then he names the game, and then based off that, then whoever wins, like they say, so if the game says, hit your opponent with spiritual pressure 2 first, something like that, then if you do it first, then you gain attack buffs based off of that for the rest of the activation of the Shikai form or something of the nature. Or every 10 seconds on screen it says this does buff, this does debuff. That's based off the game. It's going to be confusing. That's the only thing that I can say here. Is going to be confusing, and honestly, that's the plus. I guess that's the plus for him, because that's what the character should be designed around. Now, is this what I was looking forward to for his character? I don't know. Did they nail it in the sense of making you feel anticipation for him? Yes, I do definitely look forward to now playing him, because I really want to see how this mechanic works. I really do. But that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave it at, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming through, showing the love and support here on the channel. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the follow, hit the like, hit the share. Come through with your boy Techneex here for some more Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Of course, Shinsui doing this thing. Catch you guys in the next video. Holla at me. I am out.